I'm just making this real quick for Styles. Um, if you get the Styles, I just want to say that in that situation with Tommy in the chat room, you were being real. And I gotta give you respect for that because you were willing to call out that stupid son of a bitch in the way he deserves to be talked to. This is a asshole who doesn't know what the fuck is going on, but because he's trying to be your friend and trying to curry favor with you, he's coming at me on some bullshit with the whole what kind of man will do this? And what kind of man, what kind of man, what kind of man? That whole little shtick he does. He tried that in your chat. And you called it out for what it was. He's a phony motherfucker. I mean, this is the same asshole who gave you $300 and then I think it was 300. I forgot the amount, but he gave you some money in your PayPal and then he refunded it back to himself, fucking your shit up, and all because to get his little fragile feelings hurt. You know, you reserve the right to say "fuck you, Tommy," and I guess that hurt him too much. Like, oh, I gave you some money, you gonna say "fuck you" to me? Oh, it's like, yeah, you're a little bitch. You do bitch shit, but I gotta respect that in itself as well because at least you said "fuck you," Tommy. Most people would have sucked him to the bone marrow, like Lamar. A lot of these dudes fear Tommy or they admire Tommy. I mean, some hate him too, but a lot of these dudes they fear him or they admire him. I mean, look at Lamar. This asshole is saying, "Why are you talking about Tommy? You always talk about Tommy. Tommy's always in your mind. Tommy, 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 Tommy." He threatened to make a song about Tommy of people talking about Tommy to Tommy. And you probably think that sounds ridiculous. Yeah, it does because it is, but that's how pathetic and desperate Lamar is for Tommy's attention, which he'll never get because he's a phony motherfucker. And at least you are real, which is probably why he wants to be your friend, Styles. And that's probably why he tries to avoid Lamar and or uses Lamar for fuckery purposes. But he's coming at me though because he's a little propagandist. Tommy, that is. And I pointed that out in the video that I made that he is a propagandist when I point out that you can't use statistics to justify your bullshit philosophy of this is why black people do this and this is why black people do that and statistically according to this black people are going to do this and that. You can't use those shitty statistics when they're based off of racial profiling. Statistics are random by definition. It should be blind. If it's not blind, if it's profiled, it's the opposite of that. But that was what the whole video was about that I know he fucking saw because he does watch this fucking sector and he does watch you religiously. And I know that hurts Lamar. And then the whole GED misunderstanding, which I think it is a misunderstanding, Styles. Here's the thing. I was right in the sense that when I said you take Lamar serious, maybe I should have said something different, like you give him the benefit of doubt, and I don't. Because my thing was I never give him the benefit of doubt. He showed some papers, yeah. You looked at some papers and he said it's a GED. So he said it and he showed you something, but you don't know what you saw. You don't know what you saw. You don't know what a GED looks like. And if you do, you would have looked at that one and said, where's the watermark? Where's the Department of Education watermark? Who signed it? It could be a fake, is what I'm saying. So when you come to me and saying, hey, I saw a GED and that's why I snap back at you because you came at me with that shit. I'm like, you take him serious enough to take his word like that? I don't. Get the fuck out of here. That's kind of how I came at you, like, you know. But again, I just don't take him serious. I don't give him the benefit of doubt. Just like with the furniture, you kind of don't give him the benefit of doubt. He says, "Hey, I brought a lot of furniture, guys." Do you think he brought a lot of furniture? You say he didn't. You don't give him benefit of doubt. Same shit with that prison story. He choked out a guy named Big Mike. Well, who was the fucking cook? Big Kev? Ha ha ha. So again, I just don't give him the benefit of the doubt on anything. Even his fucking freestyles, I don't give him the benefit of the doubt. Until he shows a video of him battling somebody in a freestyle battle, anybody, then I'll believe him. I just want to see a video of somebody and not fucking Tone Space. He doesn't fucking count. The fact that I'm even calling him a fucking rapper, I'm kind of stuttering on words because he's not. He sucks. He's a word salad guy. He was read Dr. Seuss a lot when he was a little fucking kid and took it too far. That's all. But at any rate, I just don't take the dude serious. I don't take Lamar serious on anything he says. And I always question it and say until I get some valid proof, I ain't believing shit. So with the GED thing, I checked with the Department of Education and I'll take their word over his. Just the way it is. You know. So I think that's about it. And like I said, I'm not making the styles to like be cool with you or anything. I mean, I would prefer us in a state of conflict where I can say fuck you and reserve that right to say fuck you to you. I'm just making this because I'm calling it down the middle. You were being real in that situation where most other dudes, when Tommy comes in the chat room and Tommy's doing that whole little shtick, they would have played along and would have sucked him fucking to the bone marrow and all that. They would have. But you kept it real to the point where you checked that motherfucker in the way he deserved to be fucking checked and talked to. He doesn't deserve an inch of respect at all. So I gotta respect that. And again, I'd rather you take my fucking wrench on top of that too. Just, hey, I'm making this just to keep it real. I'm not making this in any other way, just to keep it real. And I prefer us to be in a state of conflict. No resolutions. So with that said, again, I'm just making this to say that I gotta call it a spade and say I respect the fact that you checked that motherfucker when so many phony motherfuckers would have done the opposite and used that as opportunity to do whatever. But Tommy's a phony motherfucker, so that's why you don't fucking like him. Which is why a lot of people don't like him. And he's a liar. And many other things. But that's again, like I said before, that's probably why he likes you, because you're not that. Whereas someone like Lamar, he's a yes man who sucks up to Tommy and it goes nowhere. Tommy doesn't like him. That hurts him. I find that hilarious. Because Lamar's a little dirty little coon, too. Just like his daddy Tommy.